Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and we're just plain living here. It's Christmas season.
It sure is. I'm Peggy Burton. Have I met you?
I think you look familiar.
It's been a while. It's been a day.
Who am I?
It's been a day. Didn't you love the Bluegrass show?
Becky Buller concert at South Jackson Civic Center Sunday night was exceptional. I didn't expect it to be anything else. She did something that I've never heard anybody do, and she took common Christmas carols
And bluegrassed it.
and put them in a bluegrass beat, wrote music for them.
I thought it was
And
fabulous.
they were just absolutely fantastic.
I loved the
What a
way,
show.
I loved it. I loved the way they opened with the story.
Uh-huh.
I forgot.
Rick Vela.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Rick Vela. He's also a bluegrasser.
Plus, he was a very good reader.
He's a reader.
It
And
was very clear. I loved it.
He's a construction guy, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he builds stuff. He's very talented, very creative. Nice fellow, nice young man.
And every musician was spot on.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
just very good.
Very, very good. Romy got to sing about macaroni.
Yeah.
That's Becky's daughter. And her hunky husband came out and
Right.
led, Jeff. So you got Hunk and Hulk.
Right.
Hulk plays the bass.
Oh,
But
and
if you haven't heard their band, please find a way to go see them.
And they even had the Grinch.
Grinch was there.
Grinch showed up, and that was fun.
It was a good thing. The
I'm
place
really-
was packed.
I'm really proud of Becky Buller. She has gone all the way to the top.
You know, and her mom and dad are now here living in Manchester.
Yeah.
They have left Minnesota.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. But they're happy to be here.
I'm just happy they're in Coffee County, close to us, and
Sure.
she's just a special performer. I've loved Becky Buller ever since I met
You know,
her.
and it's amazing how people don't know stuff. And of course, both of us are involved in music, so you know we're more in tune. But I'll ask people, and people who should know, what do you think about Becky Buller's new song? Well, who's she?
Yeah.
She lives in Manchester. She's won 10 IBAMA awards.
I know. She's
And
amazing.
only the first woman to ever win Instrumentalist of the Year.
I know.
I mean, it was an old man show for a long time.
And she can pick up a violin, a guitar, either one, and
A banjo.
show out on
She
it.
has
Yeah,
a banjo
I know,
named
that's
after
right.
Buller, the
Buller
banjo.
banjo, that's right.
So, great
However,
show.
that banjo player was phenomenal. I don't ever remember all their names.
That's
but
Ned,
he
and
was-
he has his
was
own radio
fabulous.
show, Bluegrass
Yeah,
Radio Show.
He was wonderful.
He was he was put into the Hall of Fame this year, Banjo Hall of Fame this year, and also won his show won radio show of the year in bluegrass.
I know. I did hear him.
I mean, these are people that are known worldwide
in bluegrass.
in bluegrass.
But it's true. You know, different people have different genres of
Well,
music
sure,
they want to
sure.
listen to, and I think that anybody that was there the other night was highly entertained.
You know, when anybody was there, walked out with a smile, just like that little snowman right there. Isn't he something?
He is cute.
We have a series of those that you'll see throughout the. If the picture was down a little bit lower, of course we've got a TV in front of us, so it might be that he's skiing,
Yeah.
and some of see his buddies up there. Look up there, Peggy.
Oh, yeah.
We've got
Sweet.
some little ones we'll bring out for long.
I like them.
But it's holiday time. Shop Tullahoma. Shop, 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 shop Tullahoma.
I think people are shopping Tullahoma. The roads are full.
The other night, last night, a board meeting, last year was the biggest year we've had between July and December for people to get a business application to go into business
Oh,
in
good.
Tullahoma. Last year there were 50 people.
And this
Now
year,
to have 50 new businesses,
I know that's pretty amazing.
this year there's 80.
I know where.
That's over 50% more, well, no, almost 100% more than there was last year.
Hope we don't run out of space.
Oh, we'll find space.
Yeah.
We'll knock something down and make something new.
I'm proud of Tullahoma and Coffee County.
Sure.
A lot of good things have
Things are
happened
happening.
here.
Things are happening. So we're proud of that.
I'm proud of Winchester too.
Of who?
Winchester.
Winchester. Hey, all these little towns around here. South Jackson Civic Center, they're getting ready last night at the board meeting, if you didn't see it. When they did the parking lot, the new parking lot, on the, I don't know what that little street is right there, but on the
I don't
side
either,
where you
yeah.
pull in, lighted and everything.
I know, I love it.
There was a proposal to do another one on the other side as well.
Did it go through?
Well,
Is it still going through?
that was in 14.
Yeah.
And it's just now, it was approved last night, I think it was close to $250,000 at the board
I hope
meeting.
they do it because
No, they're gonna do it. They
okay, so
approved
it's
it
totally
last
approved.
night.
Because when we drive in
It'll
and have
give
to park
60 more
at the
parking
office,
spots.
you run into all bad road in the back.
Well, you go around
Yeah.
the other side and you got mud holes and gravel and you gotta park in a field.
So that's exciting. I'm proud of
Yeah, that'll be 60 more parking spots.
That's
And Greg
awesome.
said last night, and I might get some of this wrong because I have a tendency to do that sometimes. There were over 3,000 people came through South Jackson Civic Center last month
Isn't that amazing?
from, I think he said 63 different counties in the state, and I think he said 6 or 7 different countries. So, folks, South Jackson is hopping and popping,
I know. I
and
can
there's
just
nowhere for
imagine.
anybody to park.
I mean, I can just imagine somebody in Paris saying, "What are we going to do Christmas? We're going to Tullahoma."
Go to Tullahoma, go to South Jackson Civic Center. Sure, why not?
Well, it
and
looks
let's see, this
beautiful.
weekend is
The Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
And I always loved that. And I have to say this. When I met Beverly Long, when I saw her picture in the paper that they were moving to Tullahoma from Florida, I think. Anyway, I found out she was a dancer, and I instantly met Beverly Long.
Right.
I've always collected people that could do things on the stage. And she has done a phenomenal job
Oh, yeah.
over the years. And her granddaughter, Carrington Long Rice, is taking over and producing it this year. And this could very well be her last year.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. I love Beverly, and her talent has been phenomenal. And they've done Nutcracker every other year. And I believe it opens Friday night.
Right.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday matinee, and the matinee starts at 4 o'clock. And it always pretty much sells out.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
Oh, yeah.
loves the Nutcracker, and the fact that it can be produced on our stage with the new auditorium floors and everything, it's going to be so nice. So I hope you'll get tickets. It's not just for children, it's for everybody.
Sure it is.
I love the music. I could listen to Tchaikovsky. I never can say it right, but anyway, beautiful music.
I think one of the nights, who reads for that?
Rosie Graham will do the reading, I believe, for Friday and Saturday, but there's something on Sunday that she has to do, so someone else will read.
Fran's reading.
Oh, is she reading?
Yeah, she's read
great.
she's read one or two other times.
That's good.
So yeah, Fran's a great reader, and she has great
Well, you are too. You're a good
great
reader.
inflection, and
Yeah.
she's
Well, I
very,
wondered who they
very excited.
Who they had gotten. I'm thrilled to have Fran do that.
Yeah,
I'm just happy to see her on the stage.
on stage,
Walking
the queen,
with a
the
new
queen.
knee, yeah. Anyway, it's a wonderful production, and I hope everybody will come out and enjoy it.
Well, and I hope everybody enjoyed frigidly the Christmas parade Friday night. It was a cool one.
It was a cool one, and I wasn't there live, but I've seen several bits of it, and I guess I'll see some here today. I've seen it.
No, we're playing it. We're playing Tullahoma and Manchester Christmas parade probably 20 times.
And for
the rest of
those
the month.
of you that don't know this, well, you don't see it on this channel. You can see it on YouTube. If you don't see it on
Right,
TV.
right. It's on our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel. So
the link, Channel 6,
yes.com on
and
YouTube.
is it listed as Tullahoma Living, or is it listed as something else? Is
No,
it
it's
just
the
plain
Tullahoma
living?
Christmas Parade. I mean,
Well,
that's our channel.
Okay, it's just listed as the Christmas
Parade.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they
and
just,
Manchester.
So you just type in Christmas parade and it'll come up. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you come up on when you bring it up YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, it has all the different shows we do.
Okay.
And it'll have Christmas Parade there.
Okay, so,
And this
all right.
year, you can go back and watch last year's, year before,
I
year
know,
before.
I knew that.
You can watch everything you want. So,
Anyway, it's a wonderful that so many people
I think
get a float.
there were 130 some odd. It's
I
the
know.
most by far
That's,
that we've had ever.
and I guess next year it'll be 200.
Yeah, 200, as long as it's not freezing.
I would have
We
liked to
did
have been
good.
there, but I just
We did
couldn't
good.
get out in that freezing cold.
So, the time of year for love.
Well, that's always, John.
Yeah, but I mean, this is Christmas time. This is when the ultimate love
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
of all the love there is to bring the Christ child into the world.
And we should not forget that.
Not forget it. A couple of things I want to read to go along with that, and I wrote this. I've got a little section of my writing folder that's the COVID collection.
COVID. Did you write all those during
Yeah, I
COVID?
wrote all of those in COVID, and this is one, but this is good. I call it Back There. Will the world change when COVID is collectively defeated? Will months of social isolation from the cultures we created bring us all back to an earth where all living things respect and care for each other and the planet we live on? When it all started, existence focused on we, not me. Focused on need, not greed. Grounded on love equally for all those created. My hope and prayer is the new world will find us back there.
That's nice, John.
You know, and for a while we stayed nice, but we just need to remember, this whole deal's bigger than you and me. It's bigger than me, it's bigger than me. It's we. I mean, we need to care for one another. Now, this is one of these crazy things. I write a whole lot about
Just
inanimate
one?
objects
Yeah.
or animals. And I was thinking about the movie, one of the first movies I went to see the theater to see was Song of the South.
Oh, I love that.
And Uncle Remus and the Brer Rabbit tales.
I love that, and I'm sad that is no longer shown, to
No.
my knowledge.
No, because
beautiful
some people
story.
think it's demeaning, but
And
it's
it
true.
isn't. It's a beautiful
It's the truth.
story.
But I thought about the snake that was in there. And so this is a piece I wrote about a gentleman I call Sir Slitherback. Diamond-shaped head, rattles on his tail, whistling Dixie's Song of the South in a perfect pitch from his cotton mouth. Mouse ears hanging from his belt, his jacket made of chipmunk pelts, his top hat's band studded with cat's eyes. None of his kind can match his size. Beside the trail, he hides and waits, fangs thirsting for the next attack. Sir Splendiferous Slitherback.
I like that. That is so cool.
Mouse ears hanging off his
Slitherback.
belt. Oh, Lordy.
Slitherback.
And
That's
speaking
cool.
of the stage and speaking of everything, the stage, there's so many people that are involved in putting on a show.
Well, tremendous
that
amount.
the audience never sees, never knows. And life is that way as well.
True.
And I call this piece Small Hands. Everyone in the back of every line has a chance to be part of the dance. Your color or your stature should never be a gauge of what you can do when you take the stage. No matter what row you are in, talent should not be measured by the price of your seat, but the heart of your performance. We need the new world to be a place where old values survive and the work done by every set of hands is respected like it was in Mayberry RFD. Big events in life would never take place without the small hands pulling the strings on the puppet.
That's right. That's beautiful.
So it's all those little people behind. Like, there's one back there. There's Julia over there.
All right.
Small hand. Back here. In the back behind these double doors right here. I titled this The Longest Dove.
The longest
The
dove.
longest dove. Not the biggest dove, not the loudest dove,
But the longest one.
but the longest dove. He flew into the stable at Bethlehem, perched on the temple as a boy lectured men, came to the river as he was baptized, circled above Lazarus when he did rise, shadowed the shoulder of a woman at the well, and showed the direction away from her hell. Over a nest of palms rode the back of an ass, sat on the cross until the storm passed. Soars into each heart from heaven above, the never-ending flight of the risen Christ, the flight of God's longest dove.
That's pretty.
So,
Well
don't
done.
forget the reason for the
Christmas.
season.
That's right.
God's longest dove. We'll be back after these messages.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton's Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Whoa, that was a rough landing. Ho, 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 ho. Boy, sure is warm and cozy in here thanks to Stroops. I think I'll take me a long winter's nap.
May you rejoice in the perfect gift, our Savior, Jesus Christ, the perfect joy, the perfect peace. To all of you, we wish
Merry Christmas.
People in Tennessee are starting a movement.
Ouch. Thank you.
To clean up the litter on our roadways. Litter hurts our environment and endangers wildlife, and it affects our quality of life.
Here, grab me. Thank you.
Help keep our state litter-free.
Let's roll!
Visit NobodyTrashesTennessee.com and be a part of the solution to end littering.
Saving the best for last.
That's right. Nobody trashes Tennessee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before the Christmas parade, Thursday night before the Christmas parade, was the lighting of the tree at South Jackson and the
honoring
of
the
Grand Marshals, which
right.
were
RJ and
Sandy Hayes.
And they so deserved it.
Oh, well, RJ's like the Energizer Rabbit. I've never seen him.
He is amazing.
He's 83 or 84 years old.
I know. And
he was down there getting ready to have heart surgery 2 days before that. He was down there building something.
he's just an amazing man.
Yeah.
He's done everything and been everywhere.
He sure have. So we're going to bring you some video of that right now.
Everyone, we are glad you're here. I'm Greg Gressel. I'm the Executive Director here at South Jackson Performing Arts, and we're glad that you braved this cold night tonight for us to light the city Christmas tree. We're super excited to be here. Normally, we just all hang out outside. I'm not real sure why everybody wasn't here all waiting and ready, but we normally just hang out here. So we were going to have a nice tent up with hot chocolate and stuff and just let us all mingle out here, but I think it's a little too cold, so you're welcome to go back inside. The Trees of Christmas event is happening inside, and that event we're helping to raise money for horseplay here in Tullahoma, so all your donations for that are greatly appreciated. There's a donation box inside the door. And I'm going to turn it over now to our Executive Director of the Chamber, Ms. Hope Sark.
Hello, I am Hope Nunley, Executive Director of the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce. And just a sincere thank you. We know it's brisk. We're going to keep the comments short. But we could not do things like the 68th Annual Tullahoma Christmas Parade without incredible sponsors like Stan McNabb Automotive. They are always all on board with anything, any crazy idea that we have, any fun idea to help promote the parade. And tonight we're here to honor and celebrate two incredible community leaders, RJ and Sandy Hayes. So I am going to, at this time, turn it over to Trent McNabb with Stan McNabb Automotive.
Yay! Well, the good news about it being cold is everybody's not speaking very long, so we'll keep this moving here. No, thank you. You know, Greg mentioned he's the executive director. He's also the chairman of the Christmas Parade Committee. So thanks to Greg and his leadership for getting all this lined up, and South Jackson hosting it. If you haven't been in there, it is beautiful. The trees of Christmas look really great in there. It's really nice. And also, big thank you to the chamber. You know, Hope's been a little short-staffed this week, and it's been a very busy week, and she's getting everything ready. So the old record of entries in the Christmas parade was 119. This year, we've got 146 registrations. So it's going to be a great night tomorrow night. It's going to be a beautiful night, just like tonight. A little cold, but it's going to be beautiful. So anyway, I guess we're ready to light the tree here. I'm going to turn it over to Greg.
So we do want to recognize our Grand Marshals. For most of you and most of us, they need no introduction. RJ and Sandy Hayes are pillars of our community. I've called them a power couple in their own rights. They have lots of knowledge, they have lots of wisdom, they have lots of skills, and they've chosen to invest that back into a community. And we are grateful for that, and we're appreciative of their work and their service to this community over the years. So we're proud to have them as our Grand Marshals of the 68th Annual Stan McNabb Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. So we're going to do a little countdown, and we'll start it at 10, and we'll count us down. You ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to ask the Grand Marshals to come, and they can take a moment to say a little something to us if they would like to. It's still on your leg. There you go.
First, I just want to thank you all for coming tonight. This was such a surprise to us, and we're so honored to be named for tonight. And as usual, I'm just speechless tonight.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. 58 years, I know everything she's going to say anyway. We finish each other's sentences. You know how that goes. But no, I agree with what she said, and we are really surprised and really pleased to have this opportunity. We're looking forward to tomorrow night, and hopefully it won't be too bad as far as the weather is concerned. But we lived in Alaska for 14 years, so we're kind of used to the cold. And we're going to have the heater running wide open in whatever we're driving. You guys, come on down. Thank you very much for coming.
Hope's too cold to talk. So you're welcome to go and view the trees of Christmas. We're going to do some pictures here with the Grand Marshal and a few people. Miss Tullahoma, if you can stay around. And then we'll meet you inside once we're frozen. Thank you.
Good time. Turn on the light.
But it's nice. I think I'm going to suggest that they figure out a way to light things. I'm going to suggest to Greg they figure out a way to light it better.
All right, here we are inside, and these are the trees of Christmas at South Jackson Civic Center. And what they do is, I don't know what the cost is. What does it cost to decorate a tree?
Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't think it's a great deal, but it's.
I think it's $50 or something like that.
The beauty of it is that each company or business or person that decides to do a tree is a wonderful donation to do, but they represent their product.
Sure, sure.
I always love Clayton's shoes because she's got little old shoes of all different kinds and generations hanging on her tree, and I love the trees where children have made the decorations.
And you know, we're just running by there pretty quickly on this, and
all
you need
beautiful.
to go down there and visit this in person.
And you get to vote.
I think, what is it, $5?
It's $5, and I think if you have a family of more than 4 people, it's $20, and they can all come in. It's a generous gift from the community in South Jackson Performing Arts Center. but on those stands there will tell you who. Yeah. Of course, you can't see it unless you go there, but so many people so generously give up their time and money to do this. I was fascinated. They had trees in the museum, and when you went in the museum, you can see how nice it's going to be because it's being remodeled. And I think it'll be open as soon as possible. And there's Colleen Saunders working day and night. She's the most generous person.
Melissa, isn't that Melissa next to her?
I can't see well enough. I think it's Catherine.
Yeah. Huh?
I think it could have been Catherine, but it might have been Melissa.
No, it's Melissa.
Okay.
It's gray-headed and short.
I just couldn't see it well enough.
Well, go by South Jackson Civic Center. I don't know exactly, is it open every day?
No, but I almost think that, no, they have hours.
Yeah, they have hours.
Because they're working
give them
people.
a call, go online,
But I
find
believe
out.
somebody would let
We
you
don't have
let
that
them in.
information. We should, but we don't.
Anyway,
Or
it's
go see the
beautiful.
Nutcracker
Go
this
see-
weekend.
I think they're still up.
Oh yeah, they'll
For the-
still be up
for the
because you
Nutcracker.
get to cast a vote of the one
Right.
that you think is the best tree.
And so, that's right. And then maybe next time we'll know.
We'll know
who won.
something. Yeah, we will. So,
So
what
next
we'll
year,
do
you
right
might
now
wanna
is
do
take
it.
a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with all things Christmas.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Whoa, that was a rough landing. Ho, 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 ho. Boy, sure is warm and cozy in here thanks to Stroops. I think I'll take me a long winter's nap.
May you rejoice in the perfect gift, our Savior, Jesus Christ, the perfect joy, the perfect peace. To all of you, we wish.
Merry Christmas.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Good morning, all you wonderful folks in TV land. Thank you, John, for that introduction. We've had a little bit of a change in our camera crew today. As a matter of fact, I don't see anybody, so it must be on automatic remote. But we're delighted for those ladies and gentlemen that bring you this part and this segment of the show. You know, this time of year, Thanksgiving and Christmas brings a thought to mind, everybody's mind, and that's good food. And I've thought back through the years that some of the great places that serve good food were some of our boarding houses in Tullahoma. I don't know that we have very many in Tullahoma, if any, at the present time, but back when I was a little boy and growing up, we had several boarding houses. One of the main ones was every day in the week at the corner of Lincoln and Atlantic Street, where is now the Lawrence ladies store there, right on that corner. And she could seat probably 40 or 50 people in there, and people would come there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day in a year. Another one was Mrs. Ladd. I think her name was Dorothy Ladd on South Anderson Street, that had a smaller dining room in her home that served good meals. And one of the great boarding houses of all time, not in Tullahoma, but just a short drive down to Lynchburg, Mrs. Bobo's. Now that place, you got to have a reservation for a meal there, and I think that she serves only at noon. I don't have any idea how many she can accommodate. I would say probably 50, but she has some specialties there that are kind of unusual. She puts a little Jack Daniels in her some of her desserts and some of her sweet potatoes, and they're very popular. But the boarding houses in Tullahoma were flourished for many, many years, and there are those that I do not remember, but they were so gracious, and they were always warm in the wintertime, and had good, as I say, good country cooking, you know, the various staples, and I think some of them specialized in pies for dessert and all the sweet things that people like to eat. One of the restaurants downtown, was a boarding house, but it was a big restaurant, was the City Cafe, located on West Lincoln Street, where the Frames by You shop is now, and it operated not around the clock, but real early from about 4 o'clock in the morning till midnight every day. And the Blakes operated it for many, many, many years. And next door to the original Arnold's Furniture was a place called the Diner. They had converted a streetcar to a restaurant that was there. Mr. Marvin Kirkus operated what was called the Sweet Shop next door to where the Chamber of Commerce is now for many, many years. And then I think it's probably 1940 or 41, in the same block next door where Miss Jessie Bigham's boarding house was, he built a brick building for a restaurant that's been there, and it's had several ownerships now. It's called the Downtown Cafe. And more recently, there's a restaurant or eatery on North Jackson Street that was the home of Doc and Miss Maud Taylor, that's next to the city parking lot, and it's called the Sweet Potato Cafe. So there's one thing about Tullahoma, they sure do have a lot of good eateries. We miss the boarding houses, but and we won't mention any of the other restaurants now, but that'll be another part of the story, because this is not the end of the story. We got a lot more to come, and it'll be a lot of fun discussing and reminiscing. Y'all have a good day now, and we'll see you next week.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department needs you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing. or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size.
Yeah.
Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
To have
I don't deal with that
I
all the
want to get
time,
this
and I
right.
hate it.
Deputy?
Yes, sir.
Deputy Fire Chief, Mr. Jason Dameron, with us today. And he's here because every year at the Christmas parade, it's been quite a few years. Well, let's go into the toy program.
Okay.
Give us a breakdown on the toy program and how that's going and the dates on that.
Okay. We started the sign-ups were Friday and Saturday of this past week. We had them down at CD Stamps. We do that, usually do 2 days. So we asked the people to come down and sign their children up for toys. So they have to bring some identification. They have to have a proof of address, their identification, and then the birth certificates of the children. And they can come up and sign up from age 0 to 14 is the years that we cover. We've been doing this, the fire department itself has been doing this program since before we were a full-time department, which was in 1956. We're not sure exactly the first date. Hadn't found that exact information, but we've been doing it since.
Been a long time.
Since the mid-50s, probably early 50s actually. And we started out, or the fire department started out doing it by collecting toys. Back then, bicycles and tricycles. Anything that we could repair, wooden toys, those kind of things. So the fire department would get all that stuff, work on it all year long, repainting, putting new tires, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then that's what we would give out to the toys. But as, of course, over the years, we've went into, especially after COVID and all that, we kind of went away and just asked for monetary donations, and then we buy new toys, and we also take donations of new
toys.
Unwrapped toys. Yes, sir. That way, the stuff that we're giving out, we know where it's come from, that kind of stuff, and it gives everybody a little better
product.
Yeah. And they feel safe with taking that kind of stuff, and they're not just getting. A lot of people like to donate like stuffed toys that have been in their children have or something, but after COVID and all that, it's kind of pushed that away. So we've asked that we don't get those anymore unless they're new, just because people's a little wary about the dangers of
disease
and that kind of stuff. So
somebody's putting razor blades stuck down in them. And
yes, sir. You never know these days, so we have to be safe.
There's meanness out there.
Yes, sir, there is. Yes, sir, there is.
There's meanness out there. Well, so what we've done here and Candy the other night, we usually have it set up where the chief comes by after the parade.
Yes, sir.
Because Candy and Jimmy and me and all of us at P-Head Productions, we always like to have, you never can have too many fire trucks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That one always hits home for sure.
And then here, look at this little guy. Look, that's Fisher Price.
Oh yeah.
Now he's got a little hose on, and now I think that thing. Look at there.
Oh yeah, got a little aerial device on the back.
Yeah. Oh man, you can shoot water. You can spray water on a big fire. And then here's another one right here with this ladder truck right here.
Little ladder truck.
So we want to give those to y'all and just say thank you. From us to you for what you do. There's no way, and I've said numerous times, I think 9/11 brought the respect and acknowledgement of our first responders into being. It should have been there long before.
Sure.
But long before it was just, well, that's what they're supposed to do. That, you know.
Yeah.
That's
what they
the
get
fire
paid for,
department.
yeah.
That's the police department. That's the ambulance driver. That's they paid to do that. No, it's you've been doing this for what now?
This is my 26th year.
26 years.
Yes, sir.
Running into danger. It's not a job. It's a calling. It's a ministry.
Yes, sir.
And for you folks that do that, after 9/11, I think our first responders were brought to the forefront.
Yes, sir, I believe so.
And I think there's a complete change in the way that you folks are being looked at now than there was before then, because these people ran into burning buildings to die.
Yes, sir.
For me and somebody else out there. Not running away from it like all the rest of us, running toward it.
Yes, sir.
And there's no way we can give you enough thanks.
Well,
3 little fire trucks doesn't do that.
That's going to make somebody's Christmas a lot better.
But that right there will help some young child.
And maybe steer them in our path.
They might, and you know, y'all do such a good job of promoting in the schools. I mean, Fire Pup, how tall is Fire Pup? About 12 feet tall?
Yeah, he seems like it, does. Sure does. Those children think so for sure.
Oh, heavens, yes. And you go and you spend time with these kids in the grade schools. And I read last year in the reading program at East Lincoln School, those 2nd and 3rd and 4th graders, you know, that's where you get them.
Yep.
That's when their little minds are just soaking stuff in.
They're trying to get all they can get.
Get all they can get. And a fireman and a fire, wow, that's the best. That's better than a cowboy.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
We try to present it that way. And probably the last 10 years, we've done a real good job at the high school. We go into the high school when they have their career day and have all the colleges come in. So we go in and set a booth up and actually have some of our crew there showing equipment, talking to the high school kids about, because we like to have local folks that want to stay here. You know, a lot of kids don't have the opportunity to go to college or may not want to take that path. So we're trying to put that out there that, you know, hey, you can have a good living, you can make a good honest living, you can be right here supporting your town.
Well, and the thing about it is, you know, 50 years ago, if you didn't have a job, you could go say, well, you know, they need somebody at the fire department. I'll go over there. And a lot of people still have that thought in their mind that these people, our fire people and our police people, aren't trained.
Oh no.
They go through schools and stuff like that and training that the rest of us, I guarantee you, it's easier to get a college degree than it is to go through what these guys go through and girls go through.
Yes, sir.
To be able to care for you and me the way we need to be cared for when the hammer falls.
Right. Yes, sir.
And you're to be respected for that. And I think now, this day and time, you are, because people understand. Just
right.
like Jason Sons, you know, he just got picked by the FBI.
Yep.
To go through a college in policeman stuff.
That's a big honor.
It's a great honor for somebody in our town. And I think don't we have the tallest firefighter in the United States?
We have the tallest, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
In the world?
Yes, sir. He came to us, he's another guy that went to school here, went to school out at Montlow as well, played basketball, been a great addition. And he's got his own challenges, obviously, because a lot of the training we have is it's very tight places. Got to articulate your body in some kind of strange places, and you can imagine someone our size. It's not as difficult, but you imagine a 7-footer trying to do that, and he done it. Does a phenomenal job,
But he doesn't need a ladder to open that air conditioner duct on the ceiling, does he?
He gets kidded a lot of going in when our smoke alarm program we do. We put free smoke alarms up, and people always say, well, you know, I hope Brandon's there today because We don't have to take a ladder in with him. He can just reach up and put those
He's
in
looking
place.
straight
Yes,
at him,
sir.
isn't he?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, I see it's time for us to move on. Jason, thank you so
Thank you,
much
Mr.
for
Gray.
what
Yes, sir.
you do and serving our community the way you are. I'm proud of you. I'm proud for you.
Thank you.
And Deputy Chief is not just some simple little old thing. You're not in this town.
Well, I appreciate it.
Because
Sure do.
we respect you and care for you very much, and I hope that some young'un will have a good time with those trucks over there.
They will, and we'd like to thank y'all for letting us out. And one quick thing, if you got a second, I will throw out. We had 152 families sign up.
Good.
Over 370 children this year.
Outstanding.
So we're going to be providing that for those folks.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Hopefully make them have a great Christmas.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. And folks, think about these our public servants and think about them. And you know what? If you're doing something and you're cooking, and I know this is the cooking time of year, and you're cooking, you make an extra pan of whatever you're making and go down there by the fire hall and say, you boys like cookies? You boys like brownies? Hey, how about a pot of chili? You'll never turn down that way.
No, sir. No, sir. And we're
Okay.
very grateful for our citizens for that.
There you go. All right, buddy. Thank you much. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Whoa, that was a rough landing. Ho, 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 ho. Boy, sure is warm and cozy in here thanks to Stroops. I think I'll take me a long winter's nap.
May you rejoice in the perfect gift, our Savior, Jesus Christ, the perfect joy, the perfect peace. To all of you, we wish
Merry Christmas.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
All right, we're back, and Mr. Andrew Todd, our camera person, was over at the THS Auditorium this past, let's see, the 7th, so that'd be Saturday, for the Candlelight Christmas Concert that the THS Choral Department presents. And this concert had a West Middle School Choir, the East Middle School Choir, the THS Concert Choir, the THS Women's Choral Group, and the THS Chamber Singers. Now, Miss Lisa Maurer was the pianist, Beth Hansen, Benjamin Gibson, and Melissa Hines are the conductors. And so we're going to bring you some of that. And I think one of the most outstanding things was when the West Middle School and East Middle School choirs got together to sing. There's over 100 of them. And so it's quite outstanding, and we want to bring that to you right now.
These are the 6th and 7th graders from East and West Middle School. I think, Mr. Gibson, what was our total? Are we at about, altogether, do you think we've got about 120? We've got about 120 students in 6th and 7th grade in choir in Tullahoma City Schools. First on our list tonight for the group. Thanks so much.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books, which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat, with John and Pat, with John and Pat.
Hello everyone, I'm John Rickman.
And this is Pat Welch, and John, we're here today for segment 73 of the Conversations with John and Pat.
Now I know that a lot of people out there think you boys spend a lot of time studying your subject matter and doing this, but Pat and I want you to know that we don't spend a lot of time. We lived a lot of this sort of thing. You remember the basketball teams, the football teams, what THS has done. I look, I've been around Chapel Hill and Tullahoma a long time, and we sort of...
Sometimes our perception may be slanted to our own
It is,
view.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
It is, in my opinion, for sure. But Tullahoma is a wonderful place to live. But I started out in Chapel Hill, Tennessee, and over in Chapel Hill, there is a strange ghost light over the railroad track. And
which we talked about in segment 1.
That was one of our best segments, Pat. And ever since that time, we've gone downhill.
But today, back. We're on our way back.
We're going to
73 will equal 1 if we can.
Yes, and the Chapel Hill Ghost Light is known for around this area. And when I was a youngster, I guess my father took me down. I can't remember how I got there. A lot of things you can't remember, but I remember standing on the railroad tracks, and these old codgers, like our age right now, they would be standing there telling me stories about the ghost light, and it wouldn't be anything but just we'd be looking out in the darkness, and they'd be telling these tales, and it just like telling ghost stories around a campfire. And, you'd get sort of a chill, and then you'd see something down the way. Is that it? And it would come up or back or side, however, and then it grew and grew, the name of the light.
And the appeal grew and grew. And we said, we were in segment 1, John, if you'll remember, by the time that Reputation came to Tullahoma, it came, especially in the 60s, that was a little bit ahead of my time, but a lot of the high school kids would take their dates to the light, and the women were more wanting to be a little cozy because they were afraid, and of course the male sometimes would kind of put him in a tough position. He had to act like he wasn't scared, and he was. But
let's get in the car and go.
Yeah, let's see that ghost light.
We're going to show a segment not too long ago.
Now, before you do it,
Yes.
John, I'm going to interrupt here.
Yeah. Okay.
We've had a lot of discussion, and on this publicity or team media group comes in from Nashville and sloughs me out. And then also in segment 1, there's a little reluctance to tell about actually what's supposed to happen, how this ghost came about. A man was walking on the railroad tracks at some point, and when the train ran over him, he lost his head. And that is so grotesque that I think the Chapel Hill people try to gloss it over a little bit, maybe. But the light then is the ghost supposed to be looking for his head. And as you pointed out, it's hard to understand how you could look for your head. Normally your eyes would be in the head.
But a spirit maybe can do that.
Correct.
And that's
so you asked that question, and I couldn't believe it. You know.
There and on this segment we're going to show in a minute after we be quiet and let you see it.
After I be quiet.
No, both of us be quiet. There's a fella named Skip Agent who dies on the railroad track June 8, 1942, and from that time on the light was seen. Somebody indicated that his body was put there by somebody else. Who knows? I don't know that. That was just some of the talk. But the person who signed the death certificate was Ms. Mary Roselle,
who was not a coroner.
She was not the coroner. But she signed where the coroner would have a signature. She was just the county health nurse. She would give us our vaccines. You know, kids would line up. She would give us our shots, our vaccines, or whatever. She was a county nurse. She lived in Chapel Hill, but she was the one who signed the paper. I guess that's enough talk about this. We need to get probably to seeing what Channel 2 TV. They called me from Chapel Hill and said, "You've written this song about the light. Would you come and be interviewed?"
Did they say anything that we understand that you have a show in Tullahoma?
And a sidekick? No, I didn't mention your name at all, Pat.
Well, let me get one more lick in. We also talked about how could this light? Because there's no question that there is a light at some point, at some times. And I mentioned that there's a lot of fog in that area at certain times of the year, and that there's some theories that this light could be caused by refraction of light.
Fire.
And you pointed out
swamp gas.
Yeah.
Phosphorus.
Well,
in
when
the
I mentioned
air.
refraction of light, you said that was an awful nice
That's
term.
That's a big term. Who taught you? Max Weaver? Oh, no, Ms. Weaver. Who taught you?
Mr. Crossland had it for physics. That could have explained it. Just because y'all didn't have physics.
You're just too well educated, Pat.
Just because there wasn't any physics in Chapel Hill, don't criticize.
Sometimes you be too smart.
I never have had that problem. Let's roll the film, Philip. We regress.
Chapel Hill, the townspeople tell a tale of a strange light along the dark train tracks.
Some have reportedly even died just trying to catch a glimpse of it. Josh Broslow continues our day-long Haunted Tennessee coverage with a look at the mysterious Chapel Hill ghost light.
Many years ago along the railroad track one night, a man was walking home and held a lantern for his life.
A town of nearly 1,500.
He never heard the whistle scream or the mighty engine pound. He never even knew it when that freight train ran him down.
Chapel Hill is home to one of Tennessee's most haunted tales.
The engineer ran back in time to see the poor man die. But as he neared the tragic spot, a light rose in the sky. There's a ghost light over the railroad, shining in the Chapel Hill sky.
Claiming to have seen the Chapel Hill ghost light himself, songwriter John Rickman has heard just about every variation of the story behind it.
It's known pretty far and wide.
Most involve a headless signalman or train brakeman wandering the tracks using the light to guide his way. But if you ask Rickman, only one tale is true.
His name was Skip Agent.
Many years ago, Skip was hit by a train.
He was killed, and from that point on, the light was seen out here after that time.
The birth of the ghost light.
It goes across the track, sometimes sways back and forth across the track. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it goes back, and you're looking for it, and then it falls over behind you some way. It goes behind you.
This picture, just one of many snapped along the tracks.
Unknown. It's a mystery.
Over the years, people have come from all over, spending the night along the tracks, even throwing parties.
And the crowds sometimes would get so rowdy, and some even brought guns to shoot at the light to see if they could bring it down. There was one person killed from Bedford County out on the railroad track. He was so enamored by the light that he came out here and got too close to the track and got hit by a train, as I understand.
Looking at the ghost light will make your blood run cold. It moves along the railroad track and haunts your very soul.
As the town of Chapel Hill expands, there have been fewer reported sightings of the light, but Rickman believes it's there, and believers will still show up, hoping for a glimpse of that mysterious ghostly glow.
A spirit holds a lantern high for all the world to see, for the old ghost light of Chapel Hill remains a mystery.
For Haunted Tennessee, Josh Breslow, News 2.
Well, as we mentioned, we will have stories like this in every newscast today. If you miss any of them, you can also catch them over at WKRN.com.
John, I'll have to admit that was a fine segment that Channel 2 had, but some constructive criticism, and I noticed that you hear both of us have been follically challenged with our hair, and you tried to cover it up with a hat from the national media.
Sun was in my eye. Pat, what I've been thinking about is how can we profit from this notoriety that the light is given. Is we have some
not excessive profits. We're just talking about a reasonable profit.
We have the Curleys, the Hayes, and the Stantons that give tours, and I just wonder if we might lead tours over there using some of these people.
The Ghost Light and the Trestle. We've talked about the Trestle.
Yeah. And you mentioned, though, that a couple of these agencies only deal with cruises.
So we could maybe float the duck.
We could start out at Normandy Lake somehow.
Right.
I don't know how you get over the falls there.
Right.
But travel down Duck River. And,
I think it'd be a great experience.
Get out at Columbia.
And we want to re-emphasize now that we talked about taking dates there, and the first time that we talked this, we said if any women want to go, and you almost swallowed your teeth at the time thinking that I was going to, no, don't call us for an individual tour. No. We're happily married.
Nor would anybody want to, but I mean, we're not
probably
looking.
Probably so.
We're not looking for that.
That's correct. We're out.
I want you to know that.
But we certainly would take tours, and we're waiting for phone calls, and it'd be a great trip over there.
John Gray might even go with us.
He might.
But anyway, that was a good segment. We hope you enjoyed that. And
we may ask management to put our first segment back to back with the Channel 2 segment and run some kind of contest of who. I'm not bashful about P-Head being good. That's enough. We are finished now with segment 73, and it was a fine segment, and we've got plenty more stories to go if management can stand one more trip. Thank y'all.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat, with John and Pat, with John and Pat.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department. Need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 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 Woo.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size.
Yeah.
Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and it's time for another episode of Jawing with Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
What about you, Mr. Dunk?
Oh, everything's great.
Everything great?
If it was any better, I couldn't stand it.
You know, if you're going to advertise, turn yourself up where you sideways.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's the first thing about marketing. Don't turn your book upside down while you're sitting there. Show it. Living on purpose.
It makes a lot of sense. Living on purpose. This is my, I guess, as of right now, perhaps this is my greatest gift to mankind. Right now, maybe. I don't know. I hope it's the love that I've been given all my life.
The greatest gift that you've given to mankind is yourself.
Amen. Well, thank you for that. I think so. I believe you're right. That's all. I think that's the greatest gift all of us can give is the best of ourselves.
The best of ourselves.
The best of ourselves. I agree. And but it's been this journey has been a blessed one all my life. You know. So I think you could probably say the same thing. We all can. You know.
What was that I read the other day, and I said it, the gratitude is knowing that what you have is enough.
Didn't it sound different the other day? He made it rhyme or something, didn't he?
No, didn't make it rhyme. Gratitude is knowing that what you have is enough.
I agree.
We have so much, and we don't think enough about what we do have.
I agree.
We spend too much time thinking about what you want to grab.
That's right. What we don't have, and we let ourselves get into a mess, get our minds all messed up. And then you're resentful after you
because you don't have it.
Because you don't have it, and somebody else has got it. And that's a shame because if you're grateful for what you got, you'll get more. You'll get more. That in my mind. That's the way it's been all my life.
Well, you be happy.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the main thing about life itself.
Happy.
Is being happy, and and that's a chore for a lot of people. I am blessed. I know I'm blessed.
All of us can't be named Jones.
You're right.
Old Jones, he's always got to try to keep up with the Jones. Them Joneses got all kinds of stuff,
But that's just like for Thanksgiving, being with the family, and we had a great celebration with my sisters, in Manchester. And Betty, my oldest sister. Betty's 2 years older than I am. My older brother Paul Jr. was 2 years older than Betty, and then of course it broke off. It got spaced out a little bit more after me. Then there's Linda, and then my baby sister Rita, and but everybody was there except Rita. Rita wasn't able to make it down from Chattanooga, but we had a blessed meal, and oh God, and sat around and talked, and I napped a little, shut my eyes for a few minutes there, but oh yeah, I did.
I bet you ate a few bites of something good.
Oh God, yes, it was. Everything was fantastic. You know, it was about 3 different kinds of meat, and she had all kinds of vegetables and desserts and stuff, and it was. I didn't overdo it though. I didn't. I did everything in moderation, and that's what one of my little poems in my book is called Moderation. I don't know where I couldn't find it.
Did you moderate?
No, I did it in moderation. We had a great time.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do when you were a little bitty boy for Christmas?
Oh boy, when I was
or your favorite thing?
Oh well, favorite thing was going to bed at about 11 o'clock or so, and getting up about 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
To see what was under the
Yeah, and my older brother Paul, like I said, he was 4 years older than me, and Paul he would get this thing together, and just about 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, he would come and he'd wake up and he'd wake us up. Say, Santa Claus has been here. Hey boy, we get up and we go, oh Lord, we go in there, and we were just all over the place. And poor Mama, I remember how Mama and Dad they were both fantastic. But Mama she had an account with Sears and Roebuck at the time, and she would order everything from Sears, you know, and get it back and have everything under the tree, and we were blessed every year, ain't no doubt about it. And when after that year was over, she would about that time next year she'd get Sears paid off, and time to do it again, you know.
Oh, and so, that's hard.
But these were dedicated parents. They were just fantastic people, and I loved them to death.
I know you
that's
did.
All but we would get up. Oh boy, yeah, we'd get about an hour sleep, and then get up and get so excited all over the place. We just have a ball, and then about 3:30 we were knocked out. We were going back to bed. We had seen it all, and to get up and try it again, you know, get renewed, and so it was a blessing. So anyway, but bottom line is that Christmas is a fantastic season to show your love, and
yes, it is.
Well, every day is a good day to show your love and show your gratitude, but Christmas especially.
And if you want a really good gift, you give of yourself.
You're right. That is the best gift we all can give. I got a nice little poem. I've always written poems over the years, and I've written one. I've got several Christmas poems.
Well, if you're gonna read it, right there's what you got. So
I know.
Get on it.
I know. Okay, and this one says, my Christmas wish. It says, there's so much joy in giving in this the perfect season, but don't let social pressures make you forget the reason. We have such great intentions, and no one's casting blame, but we hurriedly and unthinkingly X out the reason's name. You know how you write instead of Xmas. Jesus, you write Xmas, yeah, and we X out the reason's name. Says, if it had not been for Jesus Christ, who loved us more than we'll ever know, there'd be no celebration, and we would have all perished long ago. Says, in Him there is healing, there's power in His name. It was His resurrection that caused life and death to change. It is my I've got it so small, the print is so small here, my eyes are trying to catch up. Says, it is my wish this Christmas that we make this one small change as we thank God for His perfect gift. Take time to spell His name. And this is from
That's beautiful.
Mount Zion Baptist, from Mount Zion Baptist Church.
Look down here.
From Mount Zion Baptist Church
in
Oklahoma, from Jackie Duncan.
I'm thankful for the ham bone.
Coffee County Commissioner, District 7.
We'll be back next time.